Yo, what is up, guys? It's your boy Elijah back again with another banger. You feel me? I know I've been gone for a hot little break. Alright. You know, like I said in the Kid Zeus video, if I didn't post it, then I'm gonna probably be posting it after this. But yeah, me and my old man, we got sick with the fever. And also, I had a hella bunch of schoolwork. And my old man resetted my phone by accident because he was messing around in the settings. And he accidentally factory resetted my phone. So I lost all of my recordings. So I had to start fresh, So yeah. At least I still remember my email password to my low glizzy email. I was able to recover pretty much all of my stuff, but not everything though. But yeah, let's get straight into Deku's power and abilities. All right, now Deku, he has, of course, you don't know what I'm finna do. All right, Deku can transform into a Kaiju, the one inside of the screen. All right, and UA is going to be a college instead of a high school. And yeah, Deku, he has complete control of electricity. He has the roar of the king. He also has lightning. Oh, did I already say that? Yeah. He has this ability where he eats other kaiju, he gains their abilities, alright? Now, in Deku's kaiju form, he's 100 times stronger than any kaiju except for his clone Godzilla. They're both at equal footing. All right. Now, I'm gonna make it that Godzilla. Deku. I'm gonna explain. All right, and you'll know. All right. Godzilla is a clone of what Deku is, just with some lizard DNA that was made in a nuclear power plant. All right. And here's how they would create them. All right. And the more kaiju Deku eat, then I will add more abilities along the way. So we start off at Deku. Oh yeah, and there's also other kaiju shifters, kind of like Titan shifters, but yeah, okay. So Deku. Oh yeah, there's also kaiju that comes, to the Earth realm and cause destruction and mayhem. And also people can tame kaijus when they're in their youth age and they don't know what they're ready to do. You can manipulate them and do this thing in their brain. That's what nomus are, they're kaijus. So yeah. Deku, he is at the quirk doctor and he is diagnosed quirkless. Alright. Deku and Inko is walking to the store, to get Deku some ice cream. And next thing you know, you hear the freaking purge alarm going off. Nah, bro. You get to hear like, and that's the kaiju alert. And Inko's like, Deku, come. And she's, running off trying to get to their house because their house isn't that far. It's about like 4 blocks off. And if y'all notice, like, it's like 10 blocks off. Yeah, not that far. And if you guys already know where I'm going, yeah. So Deku, he's in Inko's arms, alright, while the heroes is running to the kaiju. And Deku, no, yeah. And when the heroes arrive, they look up to see a 45-meter kaiju. They're like, that's the biggest one yet. Now Deku, that's the biggest one so far. Now there's another one that's 235, and Deku and Godzilla, I believe, in the 2014 movie, Godzilla is 350 meters. So yeah. No, feet, yeah. And Deku. Why do I keep saying Deku? My gosh, the heroes. They're like, we need more. We need the defense force. Oh my, dang it. We need some kaiju shifters. I don't care if there's only weak ones. Bring them out. This one will be the end of us. No, this is the Woodman making a call. Yeah, Wood Boy. Oh, and Deku. Yes, Deku. He's in his mom's arms, running. All right, they're about 7 blocks away, and they managed, and they messed up. All right, they're running towards the kaiju. All right. Now Inko, she looks out. She sees it. She runs behind it and gets into this alleyway. All right. None of the heroes seen her because the kaiju was blocking the way. All right. And the kaiju spotted Inko in this alleyway, and he hit the building. All right. And she sees the rubble coming, and she throws Deku. Alright, Deku gets hit with a few pieces of rubble, and Inko, she died. And the kaiju is going in to grab Deku and eat him, of course. And Deku, he's screaming because his legs was just broken, and he broke 5 ribs. And one of the heroes suddenly hear a child screaming, and they're like, was that what the kaiju attacked? And this hero would be All Might, alright, still Deku's idol, and All Might saved his life, so he's still gonna be creaming his pants over All Might, alright. And yeah, ooh man, that feels good. Deku, he just screaming, and next thing you know, he gets swiped up and took into the Woodman. He's like, take this child to the hospital and take his mother too, because All Might seen his mother's corpse, well, his mother's hand underneath the rocks, and felt her vein to see if she had a pulse, and she was pulseless. And the Woodman is like, yeah, sure. And he, takes like his woodenness, and wraps and gets some wood over Inko, and yeah. Now he takes Deku to the hospital, and 2 of the Titan shifters come out. All right. And alright, now I can explain how the Titan shifters are made. Alright, they're quirkless people that have either ingested kaiju blood, or ate the kaiju fruit. Alright, now the kaiju fruit makes you into a kaiju, but if you eat maybe like a microscopic piece of it, like so small, not even a microscope can see it, you eat that much, yeah, you'll probably become a Titan shifter. Alright, now Deku and Melissa, yeah, that's gonna be the show. I'm sorry I spoiled it too early, but yeah. Deku, he is just like, man, because he's waking up, alright? And he's been in the hospital, and he sees somebody next to his bed. He's scared, thinking they're here to hurt him or something, and what is Melissa's dad, and it's David's shield. And Deku, he's like, oh my gosh, like, freaking, like, oh my gosh, you're like, oh my best friend, da 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 da, just going crazy, freaking creaming his spinach, you feel me? And Deku, he I mean, David, he's like, kid, because he was told to tell him because he didn't want to, because the heroes didn't feel like telling it to him. It was too sad. He was like, kid, I'm sorry to tell you this, but your mother, my mother's what? Your mother is dead. And Deku's face went from happy to depressed. He's so sad he can't even cry. That's how sad he is. He can't even cry. He's just sitting there with his head down, trying to force the tears out. He's like, my mommy's dead. And David's just like, yeah, kid, I'm sorry that you have to go through this. They're just like, it's okay. And David steps out to give Deku some space. And before he steps out, he hears Deku saying, I was just strong enough to help her. And David gets an evil, sadistic grin. Now David's not a bad guy, okay? He just, when he hears stuff like that, it just gets like a whole nother side of him to come out. Ooh, yeah, okay. And Deku, he's starting to cry. And David shows like, hey kid. And Deku's like, yeah? What if I adopt you, kid? No, not yet. Okay, yeah. So Deku, he gets all healed up, and he goes to, and All Might's there, and Deku, he sees All Might, he does it, he knocks it and just faints, alright? And he wakes up, and All Might's like, hey kid, like putting on a weirded grin and a weirded laugh. Deku's like, oh my, like, yeah, like, oh my gosh, it's All Might, oh my, please sign my limited edition $5,000 action figure. And All Might's like, well dang, you're a super fan, aren't you? Deku's like, yes, All Might, please. And All Might's like, alright, calm down, kid, calm down, no need to get your boxes in the wad. I came here to tell you that you are needed. Alright? Because there is a court being held up. And Deku's like, okay, where? Just tell me. And All Might says, well, follow me, kid. And he walks Deku next door to the courthouse, alright? Well, down the street to the courthouse talking. And he grabs some ice cream for Deku. Alright, because he asked Deku where was him and his mom going before the Kaiju attacked, and Deku says, in a sad tone, we was going to get ice cream, because I don't have a quirk. And Almighty's like, yes, my future successor. Alright, now I'm sorry that I have to do this, but I'm finna kill some people off, alright? Just so this will work, alright? And no, I'm not going to kill All Might off, alright? And Deku's not going to get one for all, alright? And neither is Bakugo, so don't even try it, alright? Don't freaking try it. So Deku, he arrives to the courthouse with my favorite ice cream is chocolate chip mint. He arrives with a chocolate chip mint ice cream, and he's eating it, and oh my gosh, a pink bunny rabbit ice cream cone. I mean, like, ice cream stick, yeah. And they arrive, and they didn't know that the court had already started. So All Might just stick the whole thing in his mouth and eat it, and Deku's just still eating his. And the judge says, all right, now that everybody is here, one, we would like to know about this giant kaiju. Did I forget to mention that Deku's mom was a hero? Yeah, I did. Yeah, she is the number. She is the number 13 hero. I'm gonna call her Lifter. Yeah, that was her hero name, Lifter. Yo, that freaking hurts, bro. I just hit my funny bone like not too long ago, and it's still hurting. Anyways, um, they're like, where did this giant 45-foot kaiju come from? And they all say, unknown, ma'am, and she just goes to ask a series of questions. Alright, now Deku's just there playing on my phone. On my phone, having the best time of his life, forgetting that his mother just died. And then the judge says, moving on, Izuku Midoriya. We know your mother was the number 14 hero lifter. And Deku's like, my mom was a hero. Like, oh my god, my mother was a hero. Why didn't I know? I'm like, I know she had a quirk, but I didn't know that she was a hero. You know, like freaking out, right? And they just like, calm down, kid, calm down. And Deku, he says, okay, now we need a parent for this young child, because they don't have any orphanages. They was all destroyed during the Kaiju attack. Luckily, only the horrible and wicked adults were there that treats their kids like crap. I'm not really crying, alright? That was fake crying. Anyway, so yo, I am freaking cold, bro. Why did my father steal my cover? I hate when people do that. Just steal your cover. But yeah, so Deku, he's like, what do you mean a parent? I already have a mother. Well, had a mother. And they're like, exactly, you need a new one. Or a new dad. Deku's like, wait, what's a dad? Because, you know, Deku never knew, his father never heard of a father because all of the mothers of the school he went to were single moms, alright? Mitsuki was single, everybody was single, alright? Yeah, Deku and Babakugo were still, you know, same friend, classmate, thingamajiggers. And yeah, they say, okay, so I'm guessing he never had a father. Deku's like, so do I need this dad thing? And they're like, yes, you need him. You need a dad thing. And and Deku's like, okay, who's gonna be my dad thing? You know, like just not knowing what a dad is. And the judge says, well, who I guess ever wants you to. Now, All Might goes to lift his hand, but David Shield raises it in a heartbeat. And All Might's like, David, you already got a daughter. Why? He's just thinking that in his mental mind, not his mental mind, his brain. All right, I'm sorry. And in the making, I just had to say that because certain words like tick me off when people like the words that mean the same thing in the same sentence. I'm sorry, it just takes me off sometimes. Like, so yeah, Deku, he's like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna be on my sidekicks, whatever it's called, son. What did you say? Like, just ecstatic. And All Might's like, and David, And the judge says, well, nobody else wants a child, so parental ownership goes to David Shield. And case is closed, I guess, for both Deku and the Kaiju. So yeah. Now we are at Professor Shield's house. Alright. Now Deku, he always had like a little thing for Melissa because they actually went to school to get together for a year or two. Alright. Oh yeah, did I say Deku is 6? 6, or did I say he was 4? He's 6. So yeah. And Deku, he when he sees Melissa, he hides behind David, not because he's scared of her, but because he doesn't want her to see his flushed face, and yeah. So Melissa's like, is that you, Deku? Because Melissa knew Deku, and he's like, yeah. Hey, Melissa. Like a weirdest laugh chuckle, and well, snap, I done said it, bro. Laugh chuckle, dang it, with like a weird chuckle. And David, he's like, Deku, I know how much you want to protect people. What if I say I can help you with that? And Deku's like, for real? Do you have like this machine that like gives you a quirk, or this thing that brings back the dead or something? He's like, no, I don't have a quirk machine. No, I don't have a reanimator machine. But what I do have is a special machine. Not wanting to tell Deku Kaiju, alright? And Dr. Shield says, and don't worry, you won't be the only one. Melissa will be doing it with you. Alright? I asked her last night, and she said, sure. We are old classmates. And Deku, his body turns red, alright? But he's holding it back from his face. So he has like a weird expression, like he just ate something sour. Okay, because he's not trying to make his face turn red, because he's like, oh my gosh, Melissa, oh my princess, oh my everything, oh Melissa, oh, and Deku, like, yeah, sure, I'll take it. And Dr. Shield, he's like, perfect. You guys will also be homeschooled, alright? So Deku don't see Bakugo for a hot minute, alright? Yeah. Oh yeah, Bakugo is a girl in this one. There's 2 ships. I'm sorry, bro. Like, why does I can't make somebody OP and not have the person have multiple ships? Okay, now one are like average OP, I'll give them one girl, alright? But one day is like super duper OP, like super duper pooper smack God in the face kind of OP. You damn right, I'm gonna give them more than one thotty, alright? Oh yeah, and anybody who has a problem with my stutter, you're a dick, okay? That's all I got to say, alright? So, anyways, Deku says, yeah, I will take the procedure. And he's like, alright, it'll be this weekend, Saturday. and it's Thursday. Right now, Deku's like, oh, okay. And he goes to sleep. Alright, well, everybody eats and goes to sleep. Now, Deku, he's not asleep. He's sneaking around the house. And, he's in Melissa's room now. And, she's sleeping. And she has one of her pillows, her used pillows, on the ground. Deku's like, oh, I'm sorry, Melissa. He grabs the pillow, runs off to his room, and just starts, like, going, like, oh, like a pervert smelling a pair of panties, Yeah, he's just going, oh, Melissa. Like freaking Anna wanting to get Mr. Okuma's love nectar, you feel me? Yeah. So Deku, he's just spending the whole night freaking simping over Anna's pillow. I mean, Melissa's pillow. Rest in peace, Melissa. Hopefully you don't gotta use that pillow again for the next 2 weeks, cause the stuff that's in there is gonna be hard to take out. So yeah, we skip to the next day. Alright, Friday. Deku wakes up nice and early, and David, he already told Deku that the shower is ready. Alright, and Deku, he gets inside the shower and takes the shower. Alright, and he eats, talks to Melissa, they play. The day goes like a normal day for anybody, I guess. And we skip to the next day. Alright, the operation happens early in the morning, so Deku wakes up. So does Melissa. They both get dressed at the same time. They go brush their teeth and stuff, and they go downstairs. Alright, and Dr. Shield tells them to follow him, and they do. Alright, and they follow him into this area. Alright, now he has a hand printer on it, and it can only be on if the hand is like connected to the body, like there's still like neurons and warmth in it. So if you kill him and take his hand, try to scan it, it won't work. Alright, so yeah, yeah, Dr. Shield opens the door, and next you see is a giant machine and lots of people. Alright, and Deku's like, are you sure this will be okay, Mr. Shield? And Shield just says, you can call me Dad or something, don't be so formal. Deku's like, really? I can call you that dad thing? And he's like, cool, we did it, yeah, like a freaking door thing. And he says, yeah, this is totally safe. It'll hurt a little bit for a little while, but you will not feel too much pain for too long. Okay, kid? And Dick is like, okay, I guess I trust you, Mr. Shield. And David, he tells Deku and Melissa to lay down. Alright, and he gives them anesthesia or whatever it's called. And yeah, they knock out. Alright, now after Deku and Melissa is knocked out, the doctor says, give them the Kaiju gene. And David Shield's like, no, that was not what we agreed on. And this man says, either you do it or your wife dies. Alright, yeah, this man is holding Professor Shield's wife hostage, and now Deku, he already has the Kaiju gene. Now here's why. His father was a pure blood Kaiju, alright? Now, how this happened was, some Kaijus are defects. They are born humans, but they're still full blood, alright, without knowing. So yeah, and Deku comes from the family of pure blood Kaijus and humans. So technically Deku is a demi Kaiju, I guess you could say, but anyways, Deku has a really strong Kaiju gene, alright? So David's like, I hate you, Strange. And he injects the Kaiju serum inside of both Melissa and Izuku. And their DNA structure starts to change. And Deku, he's not calm like Melissa. His body starts freaking out. He's going up and down, like his face is twitching in and out of his kaiju form, just like going crazy. And it stops. He flatlines. Deku is supposedly dead. 5 minutes later, while they're getting ready to take him off the heart monitor stuff here, dun, 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 dun. And they look to see Deku is alive. And it's been about 14 hours. Alright, now they gave them a lot of anesthesia that'll put them out for 3 days. Alright, and they got them both hooked up to an IV. And then the guy walks in through the door. It's Hugo Strange. He says, now tell me, Shield. Now Shield was planning to ambush Hugo today. Alright, so yeah, Hugo says, now tell me, Shield. I want you to test both of the little brats. And tell me what Kaiju gene they have. And Shield tests both Melissa and Izuku by pricking their finger, squeezing some blood out, and putting it on this reader and projecting it onto the screen. And Melissa, she is a strength type Kaiju, alright? And they get some of Deku's blood, and it says error. So they get some more, and it glitches out. And the screen, it went from white to black with white writing. King of Beast. King Kaiju. That's what it says. And they're like, wait, what? Go to the ability screen, and they see his ability, the roar of the king, lightning manipulation, enhanced strength, speed, stamina, endurance, agility, reflexes, intelligence, battle awareness, superhuman processing, superhuman metabolism. Even in his human form, he's 10 times, he is I'm gonna just say 3 times stronger than All Might, alright? Yeah, even in his human form, he is 2 times stronger than All Might. He just needs to train so he can be able to, put his Kaiju energy into him without transforming. Now, if he wants to use his full light. Okay, and also during the entrance exam, there's going to be Kaijus instead of robots, but not too much deadly ones. They are made for this, so they're not going to try to kill you. They're just going to intimidate you, you know. So yeah. Anyways, so and then when they see the ability to gain any ability of any Kaiju, they eat, or Deku eats Oh man. Oh, yo. I just freaking stepped on one of my little brother's Legos. I'm walking around the house trying to find an empty room because we have guests here, and it might still be early, but they're all asleep because they've been traveling for like 12 hours, and my cousin is taking my room. So yeah. So Deku, he is he is asleep, and he's having this dream of him marrying Melissa. He's like, oh, Melissa, Melissa, oh, Melissa, ah. And he starts to talk, and they're like, is he awake? And next thing you know, during Deku's lovely wedding, he says, I do. And then he goes in the girl voice and says, I do. And this makes a few people go, like, kind of giggle some. And, Deku says, you may kiss the bride. It just started making, like, kissing noises. And then next thing you know, a kaiju attacks him in his dream. Alright, now Deku, without knowing in real life, he transforms into a Deku. He is what, 3? I'm gonna say he's like 3'5" when he's 6 years old. So he's like 9'9". Alright, no, 3'5". So he's like 7'6". Alright. However tall you are, you will be 4 extra feet. Well, however much that is, I don't freaking know feet. I'm horrible in math. So yeah. So they're like, what is he doing? And Deku, he's just going crazy, crazy. You know, like fighting the kaiju in his dream. And next thing you know, they see his skin go for. Now he don't look like this. He looks something more like a Mothra type kaiju. And Deku ends up eating, I guess, this version of himself, the King Kaiju. Now you can only be able to get the appearance and unlock the abilities of King Kaiju if you eat him and beat him in a fight. And Deku's skin goes from Mothra to the one you see in the screen. And they're like, what happened? And it retracts into his body and he's asleep. They're like, hit them both with some more anesthesia. Alright. Now, Hugo and David Shield is making some kind of deal. And not knowing that Hugo called the cops telling him about this meetup, of course putting himself in jeopardy just so Hugo Strange doesn't hurt his daughter. But yeah. So yeah, Hugo Strange. So next thing you know, Hugo is planning to kill David. He's behind David. He has a knife out, and next thing you know, police come out from everywhere saying Hugo Stranger under arrest for da 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 and da 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 and rape and da 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 and yeah, you feel me? So Deku, Deku, he wakes up 3 days later with Melissa next to him. All right, cause they're in the same bed. So yeah. And they took the straps off of them, and Deku wakes up to see, he went from having a 2-pack to a 4-pack. And somebody next to him is bit more developed. All right, not fully, but a tiny bit. And Deku blushes like, what happened? Why am I in the bed with Melissa? He don't know everything now, but like he's a bit pervy to be a 6-year-old, okay? And Deku, he wakes up and he's walking around the house. He leaves the room place and walks down the hall, goes to this place to see David. He says, Izuku, you're awake. Is Melissa still asleep? Dick is like, yeah. And then he's like, so what kind of quirk did I get? And David Shield goes to explain, not knowing Melissa ended up waking when she didn't feel Deku was next to her. And Melissa's like, so wait, we're kaijus? No, you're not kaijus. You're kaiju shifters, alright? I guess you could say. Oh, snap. You'll never forget that, bro. There is no kaiju shifters in this world, alright? Deku and Melissa will be the only ones, bro. Yes, okay, you're like humanity's hope to save Mario, okay? Yeah, so they're like, so what is a kaiju shifter? Well, somebody that can turn into a kaiju, and we will train you with some people, to, I guess, help you harness your abilities, okay? And Deku, he's like, okay, long as I can be able to save people and not let other children go through what I had to go through. And starts to get like a few little tears down his, to start remembering his mother. And David, and then let's play the workout montage. Alright. Oh, snap. Oh, yeah, Deku, he is training with Raiden, okay? Not Raiden from Mortal Kombat, but the other Raiden from, I forgot the name of the gang, but he's like a cyborg. And yeah, him. He's training with him, and he learns a few. Now, first they start off with fighting, then Kaiju training, then body training. So yeah, Deku, he learns some military grade fighting styles. He also learned mixed martial arts, boxing, and taekwondo. He's a master at that. He is a master melee user and weaponist, but he mainly uses brute strength the majority of the time. And oh yeah, and his kaiju ability will be registered at the court called Kaiju. So yeah. And yeah, Melissa would go through a lot less intense training. Deku has to do more training since he is the alpha, and also since he, is the king kaiju and the male. So yeah, they don't want to push Melissa too hard since she's a female, but she's still getting pushed. All right, so yeah. Now they're doing kaiju training. They tell them to try to open their kaiju form, and they're trying and trying, but they can't. And then Deku, he closes his eyes. He's angry. He's like, why can't I do it? The next thing you know, he turns into a 7'7" kaiju. Alright, that looks like this. And Melissa, she's like, how did you do that? And she turns into a 5'5" kaiju that is a brown without all the horns and pink version of this. Yeah, she ended up not getting a strength-based kaiju. She got the queen kaiju ability. It's crazy, but I had to do it. Okay, like, how would she be the main girl? You feel me? like something had to happen, you know. So yeah. So Dick is like, yo, that's cool, and she's like, no, yours is cool, and all the people here is just so they uninformed, and they're like, why were you guys just growling at each other? They're like, we weren't growling, we were talking. They're like, no, it didn't. Oh snap! Since y'all is kaiju, you must have the ability to understand other kaiju. Yeah, I guess so. But when the alarms would go off and we would hear the kaijus growling and we don't understand what they're saying. It just sounds like growling at, you know? And they're like, maybe y'all could just understand each other, I guess. Strange. Now, remind you, Deku is right now 10, alright? So yeah. Now, Deku's training his body, and Melissa, you know, she's doing a little bit of combat training, a little bit of body training, you know, and she's like, I want to be able to help Deku in any way, you know, kind of got like a older sister, crush girlfriend kind of vibe. Like, sometimes she's like the older sister, sometimes she's like the girlfriend kind of thing, you know, so yeah. And you know, of course she is jealous when other females, you know, talk to Deku, you know, that's where the, you know, like little crush thing comes in, you know. She don't know that she's jealous or she has a crush on Deku, but yeah. Okay, so we skip to Deku. He is 17. Alright? And he is training with Melissa, and they've been really close lately. And Deku, he's like, I'm finna go take a shower. Melissa's like, yeah, me too. Melissa goes in first, alright? And the doctor says, hey, Deku, I'll get your bath started. Now, Melissa's shower is broken in her room. So she said, you know what? I'm gonna just take a shower in the hallway. And Deku don't like using his shower because it's only a bathtub. And he takes showers in the one in the hallway too. If you know where I'm about to go, then you know where I'm about to go. And Deku, he's like, thank you. And he's in a towel, you know, got his, you know, freaking 145 pack abs showing, I'm kidding, showing his freaking 12 pack, you know, defined abs, you know, nice and refined and lean, you feel me? And he opens the door, hearing the water, and I'm like, okay, David turned on the water for me, thank you. And he opens the door to see not only his crush, but Melissa in there, naked in the shower. And Deku, he's like, I'm... he just stuck for words, and then, you know, he's getting a reaction, and Melissa looks, and she blushes, and turns away like Deku, and Deku just faints. Alright, like, she is in the double D's right now, okay? Not as big as Ree is, but like a tiny bit bigger, you know, a bit more circular. And yeah, I'm glad I didn't rush this first episode, bro. So far it seems so good. But yeah, so Deku, he wakes up in Melissa's room because let's just say when Deku was sleeping, she tried to take him to his room, but then she seen like some bugs and stuff crawling around, and Deku's room is taped off right now because there was a hole in his wall, and the bugs got in through the hole in his wall. Because I'm just say Deku got mad once and kicked the wall and tried to plaster up the hole, but it didn't work. The bugs just ate through it, sacrificing their buddies. So yeah, his room is being bombed. So he wakes up in Melissa's room, still in his towel, and he's like, "Oh, where am I?" And he gets up, and and he walks to the and he looks around and he sees a Melissa. He stands up really quick, thinking she's probably not in there, and he walks to the bathroom to take a shower, takes his shower, and he sees that his room is being bombed, so he closes that and then goes back in Melissa's room. All right, and Melissa's there reading a book, and Deku's like, "Hey, you mind?" And Deku thinks about it. He's like, "No, never mind. I'm gonna go." And she's like, "Wait, you can stay, Deku. Wanna watch a movie with me or something?" And Deku's like, "Are you sure?" And Melissa goes, "Yeah, you can if you want to." And Deku says, "Oh, okay." And Deku, Deku, he, he, oh yeah, if you hear an echo, that's because I am in the garage. I came down here because, like, I didn't feel like, being quiet, so yeah, the garage is soundproof because my dad makes music down here, so yeah. But only certain walls, it can still echo down here, so if you hear that, that's just the garage. So, Deku, he's like, sure, and he, lays down next to Melissa, and they're watching, I'm gonna say it, alright, Deku chose it, not because, he wanted to set up this whole plan to get with Melissa, nah, he just chose it because he likes horror movies with devils and monsters, and he secretly likes romance movies like me, alright? Only people on YouTube know this, alright? Not even my sister knows this, alright? And I share everything with my sister. I even told her that let me not even say it, alright? Yeah, so, they're watching the movie. Melissa keeps jumping into Deku's arms out of fear. They're watching it. Jason, Friday the 13th, and Nightmare on Elm Street. And Melissa's like, "Come on, Deku, let's watch something else, something a bit more happy, maybe." Deku's like, "All right, let's watch Good Burger." And she like, "Really? Really, Deku?" Deku's like, "Fine, we can watch something like Dora the Explorer, maybe." She's like, "Nah, I'd say we watch Friday." And Deku's like, "You like Friday?" She's like, "Yeah, it's pretty funny. We could watch that before we have to go to sleep, because tomorrow's supposed to be our first day in our third year of high school." And Deku's like, "Yeah, it is, isn't it?" So they watch Friday and they go to sleep. All right. Now David, he goes in to check on them because they didn't come down for dinner, and David sees that they're both sleeping. They're like, "Aw, brother and sister sleeping together, how cute." Sees that she's in Deku's arms, bro. He's like, "I know that this ain't what it seems like. Maybe they just a bit close or something, bro." Yeah, but Deku, he's blunt, alright? he's really blunt. He don't know when somebody likes him, even if the freaking earth ends. Okay, he is even more blunt than Naruto. All right, and that's blunt. Okay, and if you watch Naruto, you know what I mean. Okay, so Deku, he he wakes up during his sleep, to get some water, and he's just thinking. He's like, I wonder, what if Melissa liked me back? And he's like, why did that thought come in my head? Why do I care if she likes me or not, if she does, she does. If she don't, she don't. She don't. And Deku just keeps thinking, why is he thinking about her right now of all times? Like he just think about freaking unicorns and rainbows or something else than Melissa. His, I guess you could say, adoptive sister, yeah. His adoptive sister and freaking crush. So, and Deku just like, dang it, now Melissa, she's up because she don't feel Deku there. And she goes down to the kitchen to see Deku, and she comes up behind him and give him a hug. She's like, you alright, Deku? And Deku's like, yeah, I'm alright. Just thinking. And he pours himself, some milk instead of water. The vanilla milk, If you guys had that vanilla milk that be in the hospitals, you know what I mean, in them little cartons, them things hit different, bro. Them things be the best. He drinking one of them, bro. He drinks it, and he goes back upstairs with Melissa, and they go back to sleep. Yeah. And Deku, he wakes up, and he says, yo, Melissa, what's up? Wake up, we gotta get ready for school. They both, Deku goes to the bathrooms to start with Melissa. They both wash their face and brush their teeth, and they get dressed. Alright, now, Deku, he ended up grabbing a stained shirt. Alright, now Melissa's in his room waiting, just sitting on his bed, and he's like, dang it. Now, I watched this trick off of a TikTok video, but I'm gonna just include it into this. I don't know why I was watching it, but I just liked her YouTube video, so I just watched the whole series. But yeah, so Deku's like, dang it, and he's not doing this on purpose. He's just doing this because, I don't know, I made him do it. God made him do it. Or you can just call me the devil, whatever you want, you feel me? And Deku, he takes off his shirt, showing his freaking 8-pack, 12-pack, 10-pack. All right, I don't want him to be too ripped. 10-pack, and he walks to the opposite side of the room where his bin is, like his clothes bin, and puts on a new shirt, and Melissa's just there, and she just swallows her sweat or whatever they do. Yeah, she just swallows, and that sounded a bit wrong, but yeah, she swallows. Okay, and the duck is like, all right, you ready, him? And she's like, yeah. Alright, oh yeah, and she's not gonna call Deku because she don't think he's useless. I'm think of some nickname. She calls him Casanova, or Cas for short. Alright, now, like I said, Deku, he is really blunt, so he don't know what that means. He think maybe I'm just a big star ready to explode with power. Maybe that's what she's saying. But I just had to Google, bro. I'm gonna be weird for the rest of my life. Sweet nicknames, if you see it right there. Yeah, bro. I just Googled that, and yeah. So she calls Deku Cass, you know, and Deku and Melissa goes downstairs. All right, and Melissa, she she says, "Hey, Dad, where are you?" And they see a note on the fridge saying, "Sorry, guys, I have to go to the island. I won't be home for a few weeks. Please make yourself at home, get some food and stuff, and please no parties, all right?" And the dick is like, "I don't even like parties. I don't like human interaction. Okay, I, I can't do it, man. I can't do humans, bro. Humans are selfish creatures sometimes, okay? And this is coming from a human himself, okay? The narrator of this what if. Alright? Humans can be selfish creatures, especially young ones and desperate ones. Alright? Now back to the what if Dick is like lame. Who even goes to parties anymore? I know I don't. Uh, or maybe it's because I'm just socially awkward. Yeah, and I'm homeschooled. Yeah. So, Deck is like, alright, I'll cook. No, Melissa beats him, so she says, "I'll cook." And Deck is like, "You sure?" She's like, "Yeah, I'll cook." And Deck is like, alright. And she cooked for her, Deku and herself. And she made some freaking Soma meals, alright? If you watch, Food Wars, then you know who Soma Yukihira is. Yeah, bro, she was cooking like my guy, okay? Secretly taking cooking lessons, you know? And, yeah. So, she cooks for Deku, and Deku says, "Yo, this is amazing, bro. You'll make a good wife." And she's like, "Wife? I didn't know you was so..." Like a freaking Naruto when Naruto said, "Hinata, you're the one I want." If you guys remember that episode, good for you, bro. But yeah, she said they're underneath me for breath. Naruto like, "What did you say?" He's like, "Oh, oh, nothing. I didn't say anything, Deku. I mean, Cass." She's like, "Oh, okay." And we skip to them arriving at high school. All right. I mean, yeah, high school. They go to Shiketsu High. All right. They have a high school and a college. I'm gonna just say that they don't have a UA high school. They just have Shiketsu High and some normal high schools. And they go to Shiketsu High. All right. And Bakugo goes there. Okay, just for this frick of it. And they're like, and the teacher says, "Hey guys, we have 2 new transfer students. Siblings, please come out." And they're like, yeah, and they're like, "Introduce yourself." They're like, Deku says, "Yo, I'm Izuku Midoriya. Cork King Kaiju likes Soba Dongo. My other like is none of your business. Dislikes people who don't take their job seriously. Cats and cold soba. My dream is to become the best hero ever." And when Katsuki hears the name Izuku, she's just thinking, she's like, "Deku?" And when he hears Deku, it's been a hot minute since he heard the name Deku. It's always been Izuku or Cass. And Deku says, "Ah, Katsuki,
huh, what's up? Long time no see. And he goes to sit down, and he's like, and they're like, wait, sibling, so is that your sister? Becky's like, yeah, I guess you could say that. And she's like, hi, I'm Melissa Shield. My quirk, I don't, it's a strength-based quirk. You know, not wanting to, say hers is Queen Kaiju, then they're gonna be shipping her and Deku, which I already did the job for them, but if they still want to do it, they could do it, you feel me? But she says, oh, I just have a strength-based quirk. And, they're like, oh, okay. And, and, oh, I'm about to say, I hope that thing ain't burning up. And, they, go and sit down. She sits down right next to Deku in the table. And, Cammy sits next to Deku sits next to Cammy, Katsuki, and Melissa. So Deku is pretty much the only guy at an all-girl table. He thought maybe another dude would sit there, but nah. So, yeah. We skip to lunch, okay? And Deku already on his first day of school is pretty popular with the girls. Alright, you know, little Melissa is getting, jealous. So, she's like, hey Deku, you want to eat lunch with me? Deku's like, of course. What do you think I am? A monster? Yeesh. And, Deku sits next to Melissa, and they're eating that. What is it called? You know that, it looks like noodles inside of a hot dog bun, and it's wrapped in plastic, and they have it in every single anime. Well, pretty much. Yeah, they're eating that, and, hold on. Sorry, that was the old man calling. So yeah, Deku, he, he's sitting next to Melissa. Now, those tables are only for 2 people, of course. How convenient. And the girls is like, oh, so you gonna try to keep your brother away from us? Nice try, girl, but it ain't gonna work, okay? Yeah, bro, that's just what every single girl that's a part of Deku's fan service or whatever right now is just thinking. You're like, oh, so you trying to keep us away from your brother? Nice try. We gonna get him, one way or another, even if we have to force him. Yeah, bro. So, Deku, he is eating lunch, and he says, you know what, I'm full, and just gives the rest to Melissa, and she's like, what are you doing? I'm giving you the rest of my food, duh. And, all the girls is like, oh, yeah, just give it to us. And just being like, I wish we was that piece of food that Deku's eating. And, when they see Deku give his half-eaten buns to that girl, you're like, oh, Lord Izuku, what are you doing? They all say that under their breath. They're like, why didn't we get it? And she's just eating it, okay? She is enjoying that half-eaten bun, you feel me? And, yeah, so, Deku. So, yeah, we skipped to Deku and after school. Alright, they've been
in school for about a good month or two now. All right, they've been making friends. Okay, Deku's been, trying to avoid all the guys come trying to kill him. Okay, cause he's stealing all their girlfriends, and yeah, um, Deku, he's training. She's training without Melissa today. Today she had violin practice. All right, when she's secretly going to her cooking practice, and she comes back, right, and she kind of startles the Deku, and he falls off the edge of the building and kind of breaks his arm. Okay, and yeah, I'm gonna do this to the girls, bro. I feel so bad for them. But the next day, they see Deku's arms broken. They're like, perfect opportunity to defeat Lord Izuku. And he brought his own, little bento box that Melissa made for him. And Melissa is asked by Deku. All right, I'm just skipping to all the juicy stuff. Okay, none of the boring stuff matters unless I say the boring stuff matters. Okay, so she is asked by Deku to feed her because he broke his hand that he uses to eat. Alright, I can only eat with the hand that I write with. I don't know about you guys, but that's for me. Okay? So yeah, and she's like, are you sure? He's like, yeah, it's fine. Fine. And, she's like, okay, Deku. And she opens his bento box and starts feeding him, okay? Now, the guys, they eat in a separate thing, but Deku got special permission by the principal to stay with his sister because of their quirk. If they're not together, it'll go out crazy. All right, they made up that lie just so they could, be together, keep an eye on each other, Now, all the girls, they're just like, wow. You gonna feed your brother too, huh? Okay. We coming after your head, Miss Melissa. We is coming after your head. We skip to the last day of high school, okay? Now, the sludge villain attack never happened, alright? Because Deku never took that way home because he don't live there. It stole some random stripper's body, and yeah, so Deku, he walking home with Melissa, and he says, hey Em, what are you gonna do? I know you want to go to UA like me. And he's like, what course? The hero course, support course for the defense team. But which one? And Melissa's like, I don't know. Whichever one you pick, Deku. So, we skip to Deku. He's walking, to get some stuff for his sister that can't leave the house because it's that time of the month. Okay? He's walking around the store freaking embarrassed by the looks that he's getting for asking these weird questions, and somebody helps him out, It's Momo. I'm gonna just say Momo, alright? And he's like, thank you, miss lady. What's your name? Momo Yajirozu. Nice to help you. What's your name? He's like, Izuku Midoriya. My old friends call me Deku, and my sister called me Cass or Casanova. And Mom was like, you say your sister calls you Casanova? Knowing what that means. And she's like, yeah, what's so funny? She's like, never mind. And she's just thinking in his head, dang, This guy is dense. And Deku, he says, "Well, thank you, miss." And he goes to restock, his supply of Hershey bars. All right, and he buys, his supply of 500,000 Hershey bars. 500,000 Reese's. I'm just kidding, but like 40 Hershey bars, 40 Reese's pieces. You feel me? Some sodas. And I'm gonna leave this video off here. Please like and subscribe if you like it. Peace.